Hi there, and welcome to Jay's Toy Collection UK. And once again, we are live for this week in toys. Hello, everybody out there in Toyland. How are you doing on this Friday evening? Now, we've had a few technical difficulties before we got going. Cheeky Monkey will be joining me shortly if we can get her phone to work. I also couldn't get my lights to work behind me. Had to go and find a different remote control, but I seem to have sorted those out. I then started playing the intro and I dropped my microphone. So if you could let me know if you can hear me in the chat, that would be fantastic. And I also dropped my mouse and then tried to start using it upside down. Now, I wouldn't recommend using a mouse upside down because, spoiler alert, ladies and gentlemen, it don't work. So that's my technical advice for you. But how is everybody doing? Please do make yourself known in the chat and we will come say hello in due course. And it's been one of those weeks. So hopefully people are here. YouTube has hated me this week. My goodness, YouTube did not like me this week. So hopefully we start picking it up on this week in toys. Because I did a few videos, but YouTube decided in its infinite wisdom, can't share those with anybody. Not that I'm bitter at all with YouTube's algorithm. So anybody in the chat knows how to master that algorithm, do let me know. So if you're new here, my name is Jay, and this is Jay's Toy Collection UK. You have stumbled across the pink and black attack. No, I am not Bret Hart, and yes, I am still wearing the exact same outfit I wore all day at work. And have I had a shower? No, I have not had a shower, so I probably don't smell particularly good. So there you are. That's me. It's been one of those long weeks at work. So it is Friday evening, and I think it's probably time to relax and sort of talk a few toys or something. So we have lots to get through this evening. Marvel has had a hell of a week when it comes to the MCU. So it looks like that's picking up again, which is always a good thing. So the MCU is out there. I've got a bucket ton of pickups since we've last been on. Now we are on this 2-weekly cycle for this week in toys in 2024. Gives me time to build a few pickups up. So we've got plenty of those to go through. We've got a little bit of toy news, and then we will get into the topic of pre-orders for the rest of the year. So we'll be asking the chat as we go along your pre-orders for 2024. But I'm not on my own this evening. The better half has decided to join me, hopefully, from the downstairs living area. So we'll come across. And ladies and gentlemen, this should be Cheeky Monkey Kiara.
Hey, happy Friday, everyone. I'm here in my
Hello there.
pajamas, ready
Oh,
for a party night.
You are repping Duffman, I see.
Yeah, and I've had a shower if everyone wants to know that too. So
Show us your Duffman, dear.
oh, can you not see him?
There you go. That's a full Duffman.
In my cozy tonight.
You are. You're literally just a few yards away from the actual Duffman action figure as well.
Yeah, I can see him just here. Yeah.
From the world of Springfield. So, Cheeky Monkey, before we get into it, I was going to show this graphic, ladies and gentlemen, because if you are new here, we have a streak going on. So, since we have started the 1,000 subscribers here on YouTube and hit the monetization level, we've had at least one super chat every single week to keep us going and keep us alive on YouTube. The Undertaker is proud of us. The super chat streak is alive. And this week, we have gone in very early by the looks of what I've just seen pop up in the chat before I could even get the graphic on this time. We have a very generous super chatter. So, Little Leaf Creations, how are you doing, sir? So we've had $4.99 in straight away. Little Leaf Creations has started us off and he has kept the streak alive. Looks like he's even hashtagged it there. Gonna have to catch it on the replay. Have a great night. Hashtag keep the streak alive. Well, Little Leaf Creations, thank you very much. And when you join us on the replay, you have done that indeed. The streak is alive for this week in toys. That's another one in the bag. So thank you very much. We can put that towards the wedding fund here at some point.
Yay, wedding fund!
But we need to give Little Leaf Creations, of course, if you do a super chat during the show, you will get one of my custom super chat banners. Now, if he's off to the replay, I'm going to have to decide the category of this one.
What are you going to decide?
I think I know he's a Marvel Legends collector, so we'll go Marvel, and we'll give him my favorite Marvel character, and this will also be a very good reminder that I've forgotten some pickups, so I'm just going to lean over there. So thank you for that, because that has helped. There's a couple to do here. My goodness, I'm forgetting toys already. So here we go. Thank you for your super chat, says Dr. Doom. So we are Marvel repping here on the... I've literally got no room to put these blooming figures, I tell you. Far too many toys there, which means I must have missed them.
Too many.
Yeah, so there we are. Thank you for your super chats. So any further super chats will again help with the streak, and we'll get custom graphics. So Cheeky Monkey has been covered there by Dr. Doom himself. So thank you very much to Little Leaf Creations there for the super chat.
I'm back.
You're back. There you are. Did you like Victor there?
Victor?
Von Doom?
Oh, is that his name? I didn't know. I just thought he was called Dr. Doom. I didn't even know that was his name. I'm so sorry.
That is why you are here, dear, for the public's entertainment. Don't worry. When we get our second guest on, this man does not know the name of the Seven Dwarfs, so I can confirm that.
We should do a quiz on the Seven Dwarfs. I'm up for that. I can do that one.
He's probably going to be researching now, because I do have a Snow White graphic to come later. So let's see if he's learned anything in the last 24 hours. I can see him there in the waiting room. I'm going to keep him there for a bit longer, though. And we will see how he gets on. Let's come and say hello to the chat, then. Let's come and say
hello, chat.
Hello to the chat. Who do we have here? Make yourself known in the chat. There we are. So we have Sup Suckers. Hello to Northern Nomad. Norman Nomad is here. Brick Life Travels is here. Learning rapidly, buffing up on the names of the Seven Dwarfs from Snow White there. Going to be full of facts when he gets on later. Who else we got in the chat here? We have Mikey Moonboots. Holler at ya. Scott Steiner action there, hollering. Here we are. Then we had Little Leaf Creations, who was here with his super chat. Scotty C is here. Bonjour, of course. Of course, he has now launched his Blue Owl Collectibles toys site. So if you are in the UK, you do have a new independent toy retailer out there, blueowlcollectibles.com. And he's got some of the Marvel Legends, and I've seen the G.I. Joe Classified up for pre-order. So do go check out blueowlcollectibles.com and support our friend Scotty there. And Northern Nomad's asking us a question. What do I think of those McFarlane toys? Well, you will. If you're going to have to stay tuned, Northern Nomad, to find out. That is on the agenda. But it's probably, I'm looking at my agenda here, it's probably not to about point 10. So no spoilers from me. You will find out in due course what I think of them. But I have pre-ordered some of them, so that might be a clue. So if anybody else pops in the chat, make yourself known, and we will come and say hello to you. But, well, I suppose per tradition, let's start with pickups then, shall we? So I prepared a banner. Should have prepared a banner. I did one weeks ago and keep forgetting to use it. So there it is. Oh, look at that. Semi-professional here, dear.
Semi-professional.
Pickups, yes.
Not 400% yet, then.
No, not 100% professional, but semi-professional here. So,
you want to see my pickup? Do you know what I picked up this week?
Yes, go for it. Start on.
I picked up a broccoli.
Wow, there we have it, a broccoli.
I've got a pickup this week. I picked up a broccoli and I got it for free. Get that? Isn't that good?
A free broccoli. Now, is that any old broccoli? Or is that an M&S broccoli?
It is an M&S broccoli, yeah.
So, I listen, ladies and gentlemen. I listen. That is brownie points for me. She's waffled on about this bag of vegetables.
Talking about the broccoli.
Yeah. Someone's getting it good tonight, ladies and gentlemen. The broccoli, I tell you. There you go.
That's actually quite good. I'll give you points for that. That's good. That's good. Sorry, toys.
Where did you get your broccoli from? We need more information.
Oh, do you want to? Am I allowed to say? So I've joined.
But carry on.
I'm on a Slimming World journey, and I won Slimmer of the Week, and they give you 3 bag of goodies, so like really healthy food and stuff to make a meal. And I won Slimmer of the Week, so I got loads of food, so it was great. So I got a free broccoli, loads of veg. Some tin soups and things, and some healthy chew bars. So yeah, did quite well, really. So that was my week.
Wow. Slimmer of the Week. Look, you've set Mikey Moon Boots off. Now he's absolutely wetting himself in the chat. And hello to Damien. Hello. I've been off celebrating the local Viking festival. I could.
Oh, that sounds fun.
I had quite a Viking haircut at one point, didn't I? There was
My
yes,
friend
nice to see you
actually
again,
calls
Damien.
you Viking. My friend says, "Oh, Jay's a Viking." I was like, "Well, not
Oh,
quite, but you
there you
obviously
are.
look like a Viking."
Right. You ready? You ready for the pile of toys? Where do we
Pile.
start? Let's start. Oh, there's a lot here, love.
Oh no. Oh no,
Yeah.
we're gonna be here all night.
Well, that is the point of the live stream. We want some long form content here for the public to consume. Hashtag if you're on the replay, do let us know on the replay crew. I've forgotten all the standard YouTube things, I should say. Don't forget, if you're watching us live as well, to smash that like button. It might mean YouTube shares the video a bit more, so hit that like button, of course. If you are new, again, tickle, as we like to say, just a little tickle on that notification bell, and you will find out when I go live, because there will be more live streams to come next week, and I will get to that at some point. So here we go. Pickups. So we have Dr. Doom. So Dr. Doom from Mezco has arrived. So Doom is here. He has helped with our super chat graphic already this evening, but that was a good prompt because I had forgotten I had Dr. Doom. But Dr. Doom has arrived over the last 2
That
weeks
box
from
looks really
Mezco.
good.
There you go.
Is that the box?
You'd like the Spider-Man box as well, because Spider-Man Mezco has arrived, but he's in the toy room and I've forgotten to go and get him. So
Oh, no, that's a cool
I can't.
box.
It is a nice box on the Mezcos. Right. My pile. Where do I go with the pile? Let's go.
You literally like
I literally have no
You
room to
haven't got
move
an
here.
assistant up there to help you, have you?
I haven't particularly at the moment. No, I'm in a bit of a mess. You see, it's been a long work week here, and I'm just sort of piled under because I've not unboxed anything. Right, I'm going to grab and go. So I don't even know what it is. Let's have a look. What am I looking at? It is Clone Commander Jesse. Now this is a Walmart exclusive, and I sent Matt round hunting in the Walmarts of the California region for at least an hour and a half walk, and he couldn't find it. And then Hasbro Pulse put it up for a second pre-order. So here it is. We have Clone Commander Jesse for the Black Series. Now, hopefully, as I go through this pile, I can put it on the bed to my side here, on the spare bed. Then we can make a bit more room. So we have Daredevil Elektra. So it's Elektra in her new Daredevil costume. And it's the first time I've got one of these new sort of modern Spider-Man cards. So it's like a retro card, but it isn't a retro card. It's kind of just a way to not give us a Build-A-Figure. So I'm not particularly happy about these cards, but I have got Elektra. I was waiting for the sale, but she sold out most places. And I did want the Elektra because I've been reading the run that she's in this new costume. I've been quite enjoying it. So she has made the collection. Right, let's stick with Marvel, because another one that I tried to wait for the sale, and then again it started selling out everywhere. So I had to do a little bit of backtracking. So it's Spider-Man the Animated Series, a version of Kraven the Hunter. So of course he has got a film coming up at some point in the near future from Sony in the realm of Madam Web. Now all the Rich M fans out there, all the Display One fans, I hope you've been out this week to see Madam Web itself. I have not. I have seen the reviews, and it looks fantastic, doesn't it, ladies and gentlemen? What's it got? About 16% on Rotten Tomatoes. As we thought, Madam Web could probably be called a modern classic. So, what is Kraven going to be like from Sony? But that is the animated series version. So, the one I was missing for that Spider-Man animated series collection. So, I have managed to pick him up before. Oh, we've got another one. The streak's doubly alive. The streak is doubly alive tonight. We've doubled up. It is Mikey Moonboots in there with another $4.99. Thank you very much to Mikey Moonboots with the Thundercat logo. Doesn't leave a comment, but has helped the channel out. So thank you very much. If you do want to type a comment, just type a comment of what potential brand you would like to see a thank you from, and I will give you a thank you graphic. You could have what have we got? We've got wrestling, we've got DC, we've got G.I. Joe, we've got Star Wars.
Wedding fund.
We've got the Wedding Fund one. We've got Turtles, or you can double up on Doctor Doom. So do let me know, and I'll give you a fancy graphic as I can get the buttons going there. So thank you very much to Mikey Moonboots there.
Thank
I'll
you.
remember to come back to that in a second with the graphic. Right. Let's talking Star Wars. I just mentioned the word Star Wars. So let's show you a Star Wars one. Now, this figure is like absolute gold dust, it seems, out there. But Hasbro had a second order. It is Darth Vader, but it is the version from Obi-Wan where he has the sort of split open helmet. If I could stop the reflection, if I get right in there, you can see the Hayden Christensen likeness underneath. So that was very hard to get. But again, luckily they put it up for a second pre-order and I managed to grab one because that was going with some big money on eBay. So to get that for retail, I was quite happy. Mikey Moonboot said, "Oh, go on then, Cheeky Monkey. You're going to be happy with Mikey there. He's chosen the wedding fund."
Yay!
There it is.
Oh, no,
There it is. The
Isn't it
ultimate
cute?
graphic. Thank you for the super chat. Hashtag wedding fund has made the screen there. There is Cheeky Monkey and myself very much in love there with our.
Aww.
See, you've got to come on these streams more often, dear. There was the public.
But that is a really good graphic, don't you think? I
Well,
think
it's
it's great.
the things you can do in Excel and Microsoft Paint. It's all I can say.
It's
But
so good.
thank you to Mikey Moon Boots, and there is the wedding fund super chat. So that has cheered Cheeky Monkey right up.
Yeah, thank you.
We'll stick with Star Wars, and we've got Shin, of course. Shin coming in from the Ahsoka TV show. So Shin is there again. Another one that sold out, and I managed to get on this second. It was quite an expensive second pre-order. I think I must have spent about £150 on the Black Series.
No.
So well, I bought like 5 or 6 of them. So,
wasn't that an accident, was it?
I do. I've got Balin's skull as well to go with a Shin. He was here when I walked up the stairs. Where's he gone then? I said we were having a what have I done? I've literally lost figures as I've walked up the stairs. Where's that gone?
Did you have it in your hand and then you put it down?
I have no idea where he is, but somewhere around this house there is an erroneous Balin's skull from the. I haven't got a clue where that is.
He's not on the table here.
We've got missing action figures, ladies and gentlemen. We're having a panic now. It's a collective panic.
What's he look like?
He looks like the late Ray Stevenson with a beard.
Yeah. That's helpful.
Well, he couldn't have gone far. He was literally there 20 minutes ago. So you'll have to believe me. Somewhere there's a Balan skull action figure. But we've got one final Star Wars, then we will change brands. So we've got another Trooper. It is ARC Trooper 5s then. So I'd missed out on 5s on the initial order. And again, I got on Pulse for that second coming here of the Clone Troopers, as I've kind of gone a bit all in on the prequels, because now I love the prequels. I don't know what's happened to me, but age has got to me. And now we're getting very nostalgic for the Star Wars prequels. And ladies and gentlemen, I've just found Baden Skull. I've just found him.
You found him?
He has fallen behind the laptop. I can see him now.
I
can see his little box sticking out. So panic over. Crisis averted.
There he is.
There he is. Man with beard.
Man with beard. That would have been a better description for me. To try and find him.
With beard has made it to the collection. So he is here. Right, and that's it for Star Wars. We'll stick with Hasbro. We had some more G.I. Joes turn up. This one's very late, I think, in the UK. But Low Light has made it here. So he's got his big sniper rifle, his sniper case and everything. So that is Low Light from G.I. Joe Classified. So he has made it into the collection. So he is here. Right. That was Hasbro over. We got what we got left. We've got 3 to go. So this one's in a slip case. So I've got to do a bit of slipping.
Fancy.
It's a wrestling figure. It's coming. Is it coming? It's coming.
Oh.
So any wrestling fans in the chat, make yourself known. Classic WrestleMania logo. So it's a WrestleMania 10 set. Cheeky Monkey knows who this is, at least. So who is that, dear?
I'm going to go for Razor Ramon.
She's spot on. And who is he facing?
Shawn Michaels.
There you might. Goodness, Cheeky Monkey is on fire. If I open the slipcase, the WrestleMania 10 ladder match set, there is Razor Ramon and Shawn Michaels. It was red back then, yes. One of the first ladder matches in WWE. So they fought for the undisputed Intercontinental Championship. Now you won't be able to see there, but this figure is winding me up, an absolute treat. one of my favourite matches ever. Even Meltzer gave it 5 stars. I was saying something, but Mattel have put the wrong logo on the belts.
Oh
So
no!
they have put the modern WWE logo on the belts, and it is driving me up the wall. Because I don't know, little things just irritate me, and that is one that has really set me in a right rumple. I don't know why, but
Set you in a rumple.
it is. Come on, Mattel. We have the mold of the other belts. Somebody is cocked up and they've used the wrong mold. There's no reason we couldn't have had the correct mold
What
on the
mold have
figure.
they used?
The modern one. So it's got the modern WWE logo that changed in, when did it change?
Match
2014?
that happened years ago. Okay.
Yeah, it should have the old block logo on it. The old logo from the 80s and the 90s.
Is there a reason they can't use that? Is it? I don't know.
No, they're using it on all current sets. They've just used the wrong title mold. So
Oh wow.
irritating.
Can you get
Right.
can you get one of it like from something else if you buy another figure?
Sorry.
Can
Oh
you
yeah,
get
I've
the
got
belt
plenty.
on something else?
Oh, I've got plenty of them. It's just me ranting, love.
Oh, it's just principle. Right, okay. I'm with you now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Basically, I'm not going to keep it mint on card, but if I did, that would irritate me. So, right, I've turned me. Look what I've done. See, you didn't remind me, dear. We had that lovely little thing on, and I've turned it off. There you
What?
go. Action figure
Oh,
pickups.
how am I supposed to know what you've got and what you haven't got?
So, we got a poll in the chat as well. So we'll get to that at some points. There is a poll in the chat, so don't forget to vote. I might remember to end it. I might not. We will see. But I will let you. I'll tell you about the poll now. What I remember. So there is a poll in the chat. So before we get onto our movie topic, we will be bringing Matt in for our movie topic. What are you most hyped for? Deadpool and Wolverine. So Deadpool 3, the MCU Fantastic Four, X-Men 97, or Wicked? Which was your favorite? I
Some
put
good
Wicked in there
options
for
there.
Jamie. I haven't seen Jamie this evening in the chat, so we better turn up, or we'll be in serious trouble on
Jamie,
replay.
I watched the Wicked trailer, so I'm with you on that. I'm looking forward to that one. So
Right. This one just came this afternoon. Now, where's Craig when you need him? He's not here. But if he was, he'd be crying because he wants this figure quite a lot. And Amazon UK aren't even giving us a date. It was supposed to come out in January, then it was to be announced. It was all over the place. But I think potentially the best McFarlane toy I've owned has turned up. So there's a clue. So I have gone international on this one. I've had to go to our friends over in Germany to pick up from Amazon Germany because she was in stock, not in the UK, but she was in stock. It is Wonder Woman.
ooh.
So the McFarlane Collector classic looking Wonder Woman is here,
Nice.
and she is looking mighty fine there. She really does look fantastic if I get her right up to the camera.
Wow, yeah.
So finally, a classic
Nice.
Wonder Woman from McFarlane Toys. And she is here. I didn't want to risk. I got the feeling Amazon UK are just going to cancel our pre-orders and they aren't going to get any stock in. So I know she's going to be expensive on the aftermarket. So I used the old display once trick and started scouring the Amazons of Europe. I bought it in German. Like all my emails are in German. So
is that what you were
monkey.
trying to get me to read?
Yes,
Right.
your German has failed miserably, considering you did it
No,
at school.
I told you what I could read, and it said that it was being delivered, and it told you the date, and that's all I could work out.
It even came early. It was supposed to come tomorrow, but good timing. It actually turned up today.
There you go.
Right, we've got one final pickup, but it's a big one. It's a
Big one.
very, very big one. Oh, it's large, dear.
Ooh.
I'll go full screen for this. One. Yeah.
Here we go.
It's a hot of hottest toys has arrived.
Not a hot toy.
Yes. The reason I started collecting Hot Toys, this was number one. I was just going to buy this figure on its own, and that was it.
I wish you did.
Then by the end of the day, it became 3, and then it became lots. A rabbit hole I couldn't afford to go down, but have gone down. But ladies and gentlemen, he is here. Oh, this box is massive. It's the Green Goblin. So Willem Dafoe's version of the Green Goblin. Technically from No Way Home, but really it's the version from the original Sam Raimi Spider-Man film. Literally, this box is so big. It's textured as well. You've got all sorts of textures on the box. That's like a shiny plastic on the one side.
Textured.
Yeah, you've got like a sandpaper texture on the one side. You've got soft bits. You've got raised bits.
Really?
All sorts going on.
Is it
Yeah,
for the sensory? Is it?
it's very sensory, dear. Let me
Oh,
snip him out the
well, I
slipcase.
might
I don't know.
enjoy that then.
There you are. So there he is.
Mm.
This is the deluxe version, so he does come with his glider. So I
Oh,
probably can't
how are
really.
you going to fit that in?
I don't know. We'll work that out tomorrow as I try and unbox the
Mm.
thing. But he has
Goodness
got here, so
me.
I'm very excited. He does look really, really nice. And at some point, I will get to unboxing him. But that is it. That is the main event of pickups. Willem Dafoe's Green Goblin. Refreshing drink.
Fresh.
Very refreshed. So let me turn the banner off. We'll have a little catch up with the chat. So anybody new in the chat, do come and say hello in the chat.
Say
Let me,
hello.
say hello. She
I
loves it
don't
when
have
you
the
say hello.
chat, so I can't help, unfortunately.
Everyone's chatting away. Tat's there, Damien's there, and all we know we're all having a little conversation by the sound of it. I've got Wonder Woman's, I've got Papa Smurf. I don't know what's
Papa
going on in the
Smurf!
chat.
Go Papa
Papa
Smurf.
Smurf. I don't know what we've got. They're talking about okay, we've got wrestling talk. We've got Papa Shango merged into Papa Smurf. I don't know.
Right.
All sorts going on there. And all the nomads, we've got the platinum one. So there is a platinum chase version of that Wonder Woman. I was wondering Amazon might send me the platinum chase, but they did send me the regular. But I can't complain because there we are. We are going back to formula, as you would say, from the Green Goblin. So let me go back to this screen over here. Now, I suppose, done pickups. It's time to get our guest on. But before we do that, I'm just going to share a screen. So I share this screen here. This should take us to a screen share. So the man you're about to see, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, this is
You used to
cruel.
know him. You used to know him as a detached brick. You now know him as Brick Life Travels. You may know him as my cameraman at MCM London. But now you're going to know him as the man that fell through a table on a live stream. So let's just play a little clip here, and all we can say is, Devon, get the tables in 3, 2, 1. There he goes, straight through the table, ladies and gentlemen. And he got an advert as well, the lucky git. We'll give him an advert there. So here he comes, the man, the myth, the legend. It is Matt from Brick Life Travels. How are you, sir?
Swallowing my pride, sir.
Oh, are you okay after that fall, though?
Absolutely splendid.
Oh,
yeah, all good.
It looked painful.
It was.
What a moment. What a moment. So if you do want to go and see that in full, head over to the Brick Life Travels YouTube channel. It's his recent live stream. I've done the thumbnail for him. So look for the Hulk smash. You will go there. Nearly his most viewed live stream ever. So he's going viral on this one. So all he has to do is smash nearly 13,000 pieces of Lego. And off you go. The internet love it. So have you got a new table yet? Or what's happening up there?
Yeah, what's the damage?
Still in the process of still picking the pieces up at the moment.
Oh, the pain.
It's not ideal. And there was stuff underneath the table as well. So, which I forgot about. Which sucks.
It was a classic moment from last week's live stream. I was on there with him doing a bit of figure unboxing. He was doing some Lego maneuvers, and then he was talking about it. Now I've watched it. It's quite weird with hindsight, because before he's talking about the table having a crack. He's talking about this being broken. In his previous video, shows the edges of the table slightly just come away, and so there was a premonition that this was going to happen, and then it just did.
Nobody believed me. Then I went straight through it. It's like that's idiot. Never mind.
Oh, no.
Oh, what a moment!
What sets the damage, Matt?
Ninjago City, Ninjago Gardens, Ninjago Docks, every single architecture set, Lego Movie 2 spaceship, pirate set, Flintstone's house. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff under the table that I landed on, so I've got to individually get it out like a jigsaw puzzle.
That's going to be painful.
And we're blaming Jay. It's all Jay's fault.
It's always Jay's fault.
If you want to watch the live stream when Jay comes in and goes, "Have you put the Batman shadow box on the shelf?" Yes. Well, I don't like it, so you need to move it. Right. 2 hours
Were you
later,
moving something at
we
the
are
time?
through.
Okay.
Mm.
Oh,
Yeah, it did make me laugh. I
There
believe
he
you do
is.
have a sequel coming up tomorrow night from the teaser, potentially, of the aftermath of
Yeah,
what's happened.
it's a
oh,
long
the
one.
aftermath.
It's a long.
Right.
Put it this way: how long's Endgame, to keep it on Marvel topic?
3.5 hours, I think.
Nearly. It's nearly
Right,
that long.
okay.
Oh wow.
It's
Yeah.
another long one. Fantastic.
It's
We'll
a lot.
find
You know,
out, right?
it's over 3 hours long. The video.
Oh, my
Oh
goodness.
wow.
It's longer than the film we're
Yeah.
going to go see tomorrow.
Well, indeed. That's it.
Right. So, hello to Gary there from across the pond. Hello. We are international. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, we've got another one. We've got a trifecta of super chats this evening. Damien is in there with a £5 super chat. Thank you, Damien.
Thank
Damien.
you.
It's not even for me. It's for you, dear. It's
So I
Kiara.
can't read it. It's very small.
I will read it to you. We haven't
Read
got
it to me,
talking
dear.
robots here. You've got me reading it. Kiara, what would you choose? Tropical Island or fun-filled Legoland wedding or any other
Ooh,
adventure? Monkey
that
emoji.
is a good question. I don't know. I think I'd probably go for like a Legoland adventure. I mean, Disneyland would be up there. I think Disney themed wedding, that sort of thing would be really cool. But yeah, I'm not one for beach because sand gets everywhere. So I would probably find that a little bit not really me. But it would be beautiful for pictures, I'm sure. But definitely more a theme park sort of girl me. So yeah.
Okay.
Are we gonna go to a theme park to get married, love?
Well, Disneyland doesn't sound too bad. We could have a
Disneyland.
magical.
You
Gotta
can
get
get married at
passport first.
Disneyland.
I got a passport and got to pay a very big bill. I think we're going to need some more super chats to support the Parisian Disneyland wedding. How much is Mickey Mouse going to charge me for that?
Oh, Mickey
thank-
Mouse can marry us. Oh, that'd be so cool.
Thank you, Damien. Do let me know what potential super chat thank you would like between our categories. So pick a brand and I will give you a thank you little logo there. So, right, we will go over to our first toy topic of the evening. Yeah, you've set her off now, Damien. See, she's having time of her life. Time of her life. Right, toy topic. So that means I've got to share a screen, find the right screen, press some buttons. We need to. I'm not even sharing a screen. God, it's become amateur hour again here. Right. Let's go for that one first. Right. Back we go. At some point, I'll get the hang of. There we are. Right, the screen share is on. Mezco Toys Fair. So I've actually got a graphic as well, haven't I? I've got a graphic. Should use these graphics more. We've got. There you are. Action figure news.
Ooh,
I need like a theme, don't I? Like a break in a theme. Oh, right. Damien's gone for anything Mysterio or Thundercats. I did have a Thundercats one.
You
I
did
don't
have
have it, do I?
Thundercats, didn't you?
I did. My original one was Thundercats. Right. I'm going to pick randomly. I'm going to do it. Going to shut my eyes and pick a button. Damien, you have randomly. You've won yourself Cobra Commander on my random lottery. So thank you for your super chat. Says Cobra Commander there, of course, representing Cobra and the G.I. Joe fraction on my random spin. I must add some more in, so I'll put Thundercats on the list of graphics I need to make. Okay, right. There is that one. Thank you very much. So, toy news of the week. We'll just do a little bit of toy news and then we'll get into that movie news. So, Mezco Toys Fair is coming up. So, we got stuff coming. So, to get yourself prepared, let's try and read the post because I don't know what the dates are. So, Mezco Toy Fair returns February 21st to 24th. So, that is next Wednesday to Saturday. So, Wednesday to Saturday, we will have Mezco Toys Fair 2024. So, is that going to cost me money? Probably is going to cost me money. Let's see what it said. We've got 4 action-packed days of reveals, games, prizes, and of course, a new exclusive. Okay, so the exclusive I'll probably get away with because that'll probably be Rumble Society. But if it's a Mezco Toy Fair, we could get anything. So I'm gonna hope there's a teaser on the Spider-Man box. Anybody's got the Spider-Man that I've left in the other room in hand? they have a classic Vulture on there. So I'm hoping we might get a classic Vulture from Mezco. That would be very, very nice. Old man, liver spots, fancy wings, nice cloth suit, frilly neck piece. Oh, can't be a bit of a feathered, frilly neck piece. I think that would be a nice one to get. Anybody else on the panel here got any interest in Mezco Toys Fair?
Is it going to cost a lot of
I'm
money
looking forward
or a
to
little
seeing how much you
bit of money?
spend.
So they've both just said, how much is it going to cost me? Well, we will find out.
Yep.
Hopefully not too much. They're not that these aren't usually too bad these days. They probably
Do
give
we need
you
to set you a budget?
well, they probably give well they won't put much out for pre-order. They don't usually just tease a few things and we'll find out in about 2 years. So I'm not overly panicking on this one because I don't really collect Rumble Society. If I collect their own Rumble Society, then yeah, we'd be in trouble. But I don't, so I think I'll be okay.
Okay.
Damien's saying VHS Vulture this year. I hope so because I do like the animated series version of Vulture. Now I've just noticed my graphic is covering Matthew's face, so either he's going to have to squat or
It
he
is
can just do the
indeed.
word action. You know, so
No, I'll be action. It's fine. Dude, don't worry about that.
He's
It's,
action.
it's nothing to see anyway, is there? Let's be honest. It's absolutely fine.
He has had a haircut since last time he was on. That's a feature.
Oh, fancy.
Right.
I know, by law.
Okay. Second piece of action figure news. Macherie. So, Mondo. 6. They're not 6-inch. They're 1/6. That means they're 12 inches. 12 inches of Mondo. You can see them behind me in the background. And pretty much confirm then next week we are going to get the pre-order for Rogue. So that Rogue figure we know looks incredible from seeing it on the previous post. You've got that Sentinel base. So that one is being ordered, Cheeky Monkey. It's going to cost me at least £220.
Oh.
I don't really care because I'm going to buy it.
Excuse me.
We'll think about the debt later. But that figure looks utterly stunning. So that is getting ordered. But there is a but here. My collection has a gap in it because I missed the Gambit pre-order. But in this image, you can see she is hugging Gambit. Of course, they had a bit of a kind of love affair there in the animated series, you could say. He was always after our Rogue. And I was happily on Instagram the other day, just scrolling by and got a notification from Attack Peter of Mondo themselves that he was going live. He was talking about their new creature from the Black Lagoon figure. And I thought, hello, while he's live, I might just ask a question. It won't hurt. So I asked, any chance of a Gambit redo? Because I missed the pre-order and I've got a big gap in my collection. And to my surprise, he answered me. And he said,
Ooh.
Wait and see. Stay around for news later today. And then this dropped. So, and I think we've had some other confirmation out there as well. Not only are we getting Rogue's brand new pre-order next week, but we will get the reissue pre-order of Gambit. So it's going to be a Mondo double. So we're in for a £400, darling, next Tuesday.
Oh.
Luckily, they take PayPal credits, so we're okay.
Hallelujah.
We're okay.
Praise the
We're
Lord.
okay. But because they do actually charge you up front as well, which isn't great. But my X-Men animated collection will not be missing Gambit, which is fantastic because I'm quite a big fan of Gambit. And I took the risk when I started collecting. But yeah, dreams have come true. Now, I know Matthew's going to be very excited for this, so we'll go over to him.
Well, yeah, it's always nice to have 12 inches of length on your shelf, Shakes. It's going to look fantastic. And the fact that you're going to pretty much, well, you haven't missed anybody now, have you? It's all, you're up to date with the first release?
Yes, that's everybody now, yeah.
Yeah,
so
no, it's going to look good. Apart, do you think, though, with that image, which we like to speculate, that they might do a way of doing them on a different base where both of them are like that together? Can you get a separate base, do you think? If it's coming as a re-release or it's with them two together, are they going to do like some sort of deluxe edition where you don't get the Sentinel head, you get something else? And
I wouldn't have thought so. Rogue is coming as the deluxe edition with the Sentinel head. Gambit's already had his technical, like, deluxe timed edition. So I think he will just be the stripped down basic version. So I think you'll get a normal base with him, and you probably won't get the alternate heads that came with the first release because you had I think you had a Mystique head where Mystique was changing into Gambit, I think, in the first release. So you won't get that. But I think we'll get a stripped down Gambit. But I couldn't be happier because I bet you that original figure is going to be double the price on eBay when it does come up. Well, it literally is coming out right now.
Oh,
so.
yeah. Huge amount of money.
And actually, talking Mondo, I've had a shipping notification actually this week. So Man-Bat from Batman is on the water. So that should be here within the next week or so. So we will see if the import fees get me or I get away with it. So fingers crossed, touch wood, as they say, in your prayers, that we don't get a £60 odd import fee on Man-Bat. But he is coming for the Batman shelf behind me right up here. So you'll be able to see that next time we're on for This Week in Toys in a couple of weeks' time. There should be a very big Man-Bat there. So that's a bit of Mondo news for you. We will now go over to Four Horsemen Studios. Now, we've had Matthew on before when it comes to the Four Horsemen action figure line. We have the famous Legions. Oh, I can swap them. Look at that. Cheeky monkey. You can shut your eyes because they can't see her face. They can only see Duffman. She is now actually shutting your eyes. I can see she's having a little rest here as Matthew has slid up the order here when it comes to Four Horsemen Studios. So they have announced a retailer appreciation wave. So this is where they do re-releases of figures, usually in different colorways and exclusive to their approved retailers. So behind me, if I swivel this way, you should be able to see at the very back there is the retailer version of the Headless Horseman. That's the recolor version, along with some of the other figure obscura. So they're announcing a figure every day or so, I think, probably for the next week, and then we will get the retailer wave up. So I know we've actually had. I haven't refreshed this page. If I can refresh, hopefully, yeah, we go. Because I know there's been a second one today. So what has been announced so far? So it is the Mask of the Red Death, but it doesn't have the red robe on now. It has an exclusive black robe. And the clock has again been recolored. So we've got a recolored clock and we've got the red outfit from last year's figure obscura. Now I've got, as you can probably see, literally right to my side, I've got the normal version. So luckily I can pass straight on by on this one. But anybody that missed out, you've got a recolored opportunity. Or if you're a customizer out there, you've got some nice black soft goods that I'm sure you could make some characters with. And the second
that
figure
does look like this. Sorry.
No, carry on.
Sorry, Jay. That does look like the Stranger Things clock, mind.
Oh, yeah, it does, doesn't it? I've seen it.
I know that. I've watched that now.
You have watched that now? Yeah, I know. I've seen people out there literally just buying the clock on the aftermarket. I think our fellow Who Crewer, Justin Collects, who has joined YouTube here, do go and check out his channel. He has, I'm sure he was the one that bought the clock separately. I'm sure I've seen that in his toy collection.
Yeah, I think he has actually.
Yeah, so that clock is definitely a decent piece of equipment. I would move it,
especially in that color.
Yeah, I think that'll be a popular one. That will be a popular one just for the clock. But speaking of an even popular one, and I know Matthew actually knows something about this character, so it is the Monkey King, but it is the gold recolor. So you've got a golden Monkey King recolor, all the same accessories, just in gold. Now,
nice.
This was, I think, this one figure of the year on a lot of the Four Horsemen sort of community last year. One of their best ever figures is the Monkey King from the Journey to the West novel, obviously the Chinese novel Journey to the West. And I do have the original, but you don't see him behind me because somewhere he's in a box under the bed because I've never actually opened him. So he is still mint on card. So I must at some point actually get around to unboxing this very nice figure. But he is here with me in spirit at least. But I know Lego do the Monkey Kid, which is a take on the Monkey King story. So I'm sure you recognize this gold version and probably quite like it.
Yeah, it does look very, very good. I'm pretty sure in the Monkey Kid theme that Lego do, they do have the King as well. And I'm pretty sure I have the gold variant with that red robe as a minifigure already. Slightly different
I
deco,
thought I'd recognized it.
Yeah. So I recognize that in that color more than what I did in the original color it came out of, because I'm sure I've got that ish.
Yeah, I think that's where I'd recognized it from, seeing it in your in your Lego stuff. So that, again, I think we another popular one. So 2 for 2 so far. That is all they have shown to date from this retailer appreciation wave. The pre-order will go up on the 1st of March then, from what they're saying. So you have a couple of weeks till you actually get the pre-order up. But there is one more bit of news then from Four Horsemen. It's an in-stock sale. Now, this one, dear, this is going to cost me some money. So,
yeah,
this is, when is it? It's next Saturday, 11 a.m. So, next Saturday, it'll be a long day for me and old Matthew here, because WWE have the Elimination Chamber next Saturday, starting, I think it's something like 9 or 10 a.m. UK time. So I've got wrestling.
Oh, it's in the morning, is it? Why did I think it was in the evening?
I don't know. Let me move you up, dear. There you are. You can. What are you rubbing yourself, dear, on my stream? There was
No, sorry, I'm just putting some hand cream on. Sorry.
Hand cream on. Cheeky Monkey's lubing up already. My goodness, we'll have to end the stream, ladies and gentlemen. We have to end the stream quickly. She's had her super chat. She's off now. We've removed her. She's gone. She's had to go. She's had to leave for the second. She's far too moist for this stream. I brought her back. There you are. Didn't really kick you out, dear. Just moved you into the studio. You can sit under the action, just rub your hands.
Fine. I'll sit here and be quiet.
So yeah, next Saturday, 11 a.m. New York time. So that's just going to be 4 o'clock in the afternoon for us here in the UK. So I've got Alexa set for a reminder, because we are getting a lot of stuff in this in-stock sale. So we are getting all the exclusives from last year. We're getting all the stuff from Legions Con. We're getting Vorgus Familius 2. We're getting the PowerCon exclusive. We're getting the very, very popular Valiant Knight with all the extra articulation. We got the Waltar the Mad 2-pack, but now split between the Cosmic and Mythic Legions. Trolls are going up, reinforcements waves. So I'm going to try and stick to 2 figures, I would say. 2 figures. Definitely in for Vorgus Familius, the Blood Armor. Been wanting that one for a long time. Glad I held off for the version 2.0, because the original version is like £200 on eBay. So I did hold off for that one, so I'll be able to pick him up at retail. And I think I'll be going for the Waltar the Mad, the skeleton that's representing the Cabal Facebook group. I will be going for him, I think, as well. So there goes another £100. My goodness, this toy collecting game, ladies and gentlemen. It's always going. But yeah, if you were all in on this, you're gonna have a big bill next week, because there's an absolute bunch of army builders, and there are some crazy people out there in the Mythic Legions community that I know will be buying a lot of these figures. So, Matthew, Legions, talk to me.
You're not getting 2, are you? Let's be honest. You said you did when we did the Lego and Legions. You're like, I'm not going to get any. Oh, I might get 1, and then I think you ended up getting 5 of the 6 or something stupid like that. So
yeah, I haven't pre-ordered.
And it's all happening on Saturday, because if the wrestling's happening Saturday, this is happening Saturday, Mezco's happening Saturday. You're going to get your bank card cut up, I think, by your better half by lunchtime on Saturday.
You're on a limit.
It's getting worse though, because you two don't actually know the toy news yet. I've got 3 more tabs to go, and it's all happening next week. So, so we'll go straight on from Legions. We'll go over to our friends at Hasbro, and there's more happening there next week as well. So we will start it off with what you can see here. We're back again. It's the Marvel Legends Hasbro live stream Tuesday, the 20th. At 4 o'clock UK time, or again 11 a.m. Eastern. So the next time you will see me, so here we go, hit that notification bell if you haven't hit it already, because next time you will see me is straight after this stream. So as soon as Ryan, Dwight, and Dan finish talking, I'll hit the go live button, and you'll be getting my live reactions to the Marvel Legends live stream. Now, I did try on their last stream to do it at the same time, to do a bit of a commentary, but it was far too difficult to read the chat, listen to Dwight in my ear, and try and talk at the same time. So I will wait until they finish, but as soon as they finish, you can come over here and I will do some reactions and we can talk about it in the chat. So rumors are we will have a full wave next week, so we will have to wait and see what will be in it, but I'm sure it'll be plenty of comic book Marvel Legends, not a lot of MCU I think they can do at the minute. So I am expecting a lot of comic book figures and potentially a pre-order by 6 o'clock in the evening UK time, or by 1 p.m. Eastern. Sometimes it's the next day, but I'm going to think there's going to be a few Marvel Legends up for pre-order next week. So do speculate away if you wish in the chat what we could see. But we will find out Tuesday, and we will do a live stream. So it's Marvel Legends, and it's going to cost me money. So, Matthew.
Good luck. That's what I'm saying. Tuesday's going to come round. You're gonna go live, and then we're gonna see a punch, a fist come through the door, and that's it. The stream's gonna be over. It's gonna be the shortest live stream in history on YouTube. But I think it's gonna be an expensive week, Jay. It's gonna be an expensive week.
It is. Here she is then, the so-called puncher. I've moved you up there.
I'm not violent, thank you very much. I think we might have to put a budget on your spending.
I could just turn the banner off. That might be easier.
What did you say?
I turned the banner off, dear, so I haven't got to keep moving the two of you. I felt a bit rude covering your face.
I thought you were going to kick me out again.
No, you're all right. You haven't punched me in the face yet. That was just Matthew's speculation.
So. I think that's going to happen.
I would. Answer. Right. If he's going to buy it, he's going to buy it regardless whether I say no or not. So
that's very true.
So HasLab has funded then. So last time we were on, Matthew had a book of notes on this one, and since then it has funded. So I'm not surprised it funded. I thought it would. Matthew, talk about it while I go and check the numbers.
Yeah, so when we did the live stream last time, it's a 3-in-1 combine, isn't it? So you've got Prime, and then you've got the other two as well. You've got his weapon, that will just connect through to the 3. And it's based from the 2001. Oh, there it is on the screen there, Robots in Disguise. And it is obviously the first time they've done this since 2001 as well. It's the two brothers, I do believe, isn't it? Because it's who's the other Prime that they've got in there?
You got his Ultra Magnus
Prime, and I can't never remember his name. He had the most brutal death in the cartoon that I've ever seen in my life. It was violent. Very, very violent, but it's still got 27 days, 5 hours and 59 minutes left, and it's what we at 13,817 backers. So has it hit the tier? Has it hit the massive length yet? Because that's just the problem, having a check now. People.
Have I scrolled? Yes, it would have done. It's just hit the blade. It has hit the 23-inch blade at 13,000.
So the blade would be the problem for a lot of people, just because of the height of the blade. Because I think people might be struggling for height with regards to the blade, but I think it looks absolutely fantastic. Personally, I think it looks very, very good.
16,000 for the base, I think, is what's included. So you've still got 20 odd days to think about it. I'm sure Matthew is still potentially thinking about this one for his own collection.
I'm very, very, very tempted on this, but there's plenty of time yet, so no rush.
No rush on that one. But it is funded. So that is Transformers. But we got more. They dropped the E-Wing this week. So for the vintage collection, the Star Wars New Republic E-Wing, or basically the sort of the police ship from the Ahsoka show, is what I'm seeing this as. Now, Lego have already done this one. It's in a 2-pack, I believe, in the Lego. But it is now, out of nowhere, a brand new sculpt. First time ever in the vintage collection. It's a little pricey here in the UK. It's £110 they want for this one. So a little bit out of what I'd be willing to pay for it. But if it ends up in a sale, potentially there could be something that I would be looking at. But it's not the most exciting shit for me. I know it comes from it was in the 90s novels, wasn't it? The Expanded Universe novels, I think, potentially is where this ship actually came from originally. Maybe wrong on that, but I think that's where it's from. And then they said they brought it into live action in the Ahsoka show. So you do get the little droid with it as well, but you do not get a pilot. So the pilot has been pipelined for a future reveal because we don't have the pilot yet in the vintage collection. But that has been news since I previously have been on. I know Scotty C there was saying he 100% needs, but not this, of course. He's a big Transformers man, so he'd be definitely after the Transformers HasLab. We've got some guesses potentially for Marvel figures here. Damien's still waiting for Ajax, of course, from the Deadpool film or the comic version. Mikey Moonboots is hoping for Rachel Summers, X Factor, Wolfsbane, or Feral. Oh, I would hope so too. I'd hope we'd get Wolfsbane or Feral. I would hope we would. to complete, as I say, X Factor or X Force. So you've got to think. I know the Rectangular's lists have had rumours for this year, so I think Wolfsbane is on that rumoured list. And at some point this year, I would expect to see her. But will we see her in his first live stream of the year? I don't know. We will find out literally in a few days' time. But now this is one Lego set I don't think Matthew's actually bought yet, has it?
No. It was, well, we're umming and ahhing about it, weren't we? And we didn't want the ships in the collection, but we wanted the minifigures that they come with, because for us, whereas you're not getting a pilot or anything, we get all the villains in the 2-pack. So the values in the minifigures rather than the set itself.
Yeah. So have to wait and see on that one. Right.
Yeah, so it goes into a sale.
Couple bits more toy news, and then we'll get into the movie stuff. So this one should have gone up for pre-order today, but has not. So as you can see on the screen here, we have got Rock On from Masters of the Universe Origin, the classic bit of He-Man. But of course, they have now made all the original figures exclusive to Mattel Creations, which I can cope with. But I can't cope with it when they don't ship it to the UK. So as you can see, we have an error message on the screen here. This product cannot be shipped to your country. At this time, we are unable to accept orders outside of the US. We appreciate your patience while we work to resolve this matter. Now, I hope they resolve this matter within the next 4 days, 18 hours, 56 minutes, and 2 seconds, because I need this figure. And I know a lot of the UK collectors of Masters of the Universe are going to want quite an essential character here to the original toy line. So I hope that's why it's been delayed, because it should have gone at pre-order at 5 p.m. today, but it hasn't. So hopefully that is due to the fact they've got this international cock-up on the shipping and they're trying to fix it. Because otherwise, next Tuesday, you'll be seeing a rant video from me as I moan about how the hell I've not been able to purchase this product. So hopefully they will fix it. But again, next Tuesday. So that's what's that? That's Marvel next Tuesday. We've got He-Man. We've got Mythic Legions. It's suddenly become a very busy week next week. So I picked a good time to go on live here because all this news is broken within the last couple of days. So yeah, Cheeky Monkey, how are you feeling on this lack of international shipping?
I'd rather not have the headache of you ranting, to be fair. It make my life easier. But is there a reason why they're not doing UK shipping, or is it just something they're saying they're working towards it? So it tells me that they might actually eventually do it, but whether they'll do that soon, I don't know how long that takes. So yeah.
Hopefully. They've always done international shipping before, so hopefully, as they have said, it is just an error here from Mattel.
Well,
and,
let's hope.
Otherwise, there will be outrage. See, Matthew doesn't get this in the Lego community. They ship worldwide. You ever had a shipping error from Lego when they decided they're not going to ship to the UK?
No, not from the UK, because luckily our factory is Billund in Denmark. But I know the Americans have had problems in the past. Normally, what goes wrong is the giveaway purchase. So what will happen is January the 1st is a big launch. There'll be a giveaway purchase. They don't have enough, or there's an error on the website. People spend a load of money and they get sent the wrong giveaway. And then it's always in America. The Americans do, though, apparently have 1 or 2 exclusives that we don't get from time to time. And it's normally, which annoys a lot of people, is the Star Wars stuff. So they do get Star Wars giveaway purchases, which they don't tend to get. But with regards to this being an error for international shipping, I mean, the fact that Mattel, they obviously do all sorts of massive lines like Barbie and all that kind of thing from their own shop. You would have thought a major company like that would have had that nailed with regards to knowing that they're a worldwide distributor. So it's quite surprising that they've it says there's an error, but then at the same time they've done the right business thing and put it on hold for 4 days.
Yeah, let's hope they fix it. But this is Mattel, and they don't give me a lot of faith with their wrestling crowdfund projects that are suddenly £150 more than the Americans because they can't add 20% on properly. I could go on with Mattel. Their lack of international distribution when it comes to the main wrestling figure line. And they've actually been shipping Eternia this week, I see. So the big He-Man Eternia playset is shipping. And they've only put it in a very thin bit of cardboard. And they're all coming damaged. So
oh no!
Yeah,
Oh, that's
not cheap either.
No, that was That was $600 and worked out about £800 over here. So you're not going to be happy if you get a damaged box.
That's
But,
awful.
so it's not been a good week for our friends at Mattel. So
Oh dear.
sort it out, Mattel, is my message to Mattel.
Sort it out.
And our final bit of toy news then is Todd. It's Todd's at it again. We've got to end with Todd here on the toy news section.
We'll have a bit of Todd.
A bit of Todd. And Todd's lost the plot again, ladies and gentlemen. Todd's lost the plot. So
That should be a segment. Todd lost the plot.
Literally, Todd's lost the plot. All they do is these McFarlane. People seem to like these McFarlane videos. So, what's Todd done now? Then you're asking yourself. Well, Todd's made 3 pretty decent figures. We'll get to them in a minute. But of course, Todd has a little bit of an obsession at the moment. He has a little bit of an obsession with these NFTs, these non-fungible tokens. This McFarlane Digital has launched. So this is a McFarlane Digital release, but don't panic. You do still get a physical figure. So you're still going to get a physical figure, but you also get an NFT thrown in as well. And not just an NFT. This is the best of all. If you buy all 3, which we'll get to in a minute, you get an NFT bath. Your builder figure is digital only. So you
okay.
I don't know.
Who comes up with these ideas?
Todd.
Actually, Todd.
Todd had a whole rant last year to Pixel Dan about the Japanese and how they didn't have a lot of room in their apartments, so they have to collect digitally.
Space-saving idea. I get it.
So, well, you did get it, but Todd's making you buy an actual figure, so you're not saving any space at all. So it's a classic launch here from Todd with these. So
is that like something in the future? You would just have a toy room that's digital. You just got to scan the toy room, but you think your toys are there, but they're actually digitally there.
This is just a green screen. This is just my McFarlane green screen. So the figure, I actually like the figure. This is a very, very good Hal Jordan Green Lantern, and I have pre-ordered it, but I have absolutely zero interest in the digital aspect of this figure. Surprisingly, he hasn't charged any more for the figure. It is still $24.99 here. The whole shebang has just put up the UK pre-order, so do head over there before it sells out, because some of these McFarlane ones have been quite popular recently, and I think a classic Silver Age Hal Jordan Green Lantern is going to be a proper popular one. Lots of accessories and interchangeable hands with this one as well. So Green Lantern is there. He also has a classic Aquaman is the next one up. So Aquaman is up there. You get 2 head sculpts for this one, a smiley one and a normal one, 2 slightly different hair sculpts. Not a massive fan of the hair sculpt, to be honest, on these, but the head sculpt's okay. And it's our first classic looking Aquaman. So pleased to have him in the line. And the third one, don't forget, you get all 3. You get that bonus NFT, is Bruce Wayne. It's a Rebirth Batman, but this one comes for the first time in McFarlane with a Bruce Wayne unmasked head sculpt. So you've got 3 figures. It will be quite popular, I feel. I have pre-ordered Aquaman and pre-ordered Green Lantern, but I'm happy to pass on this Batman. I've got enough Batman, I think. Hello to Jamie. He is super late. Don't forget to vote in the poll.
What time do you call this, Jamie? Goodness me.
Know. I'm just checking the poll, Jamie. There has been a vote for Wicked, so I'm assuming that was Jamie there. So there is those. So you've got your 3 McFarlane toys from today, and there's one more bit of McFarlane news. It was last week, really, but you've got your Kilowog and your Kyle Rayner Green Lantern 2-pack, Amazon exclusive. The whole shebang did get these in, but they sold out within 20 minutes. So I have pre-ordered with Amazon.com, which makes this set £90. So hopefully there will be some more UK to stock at some point, because I don't really want to pay £90 for this when it's $69.99 on the whole shebang. But it is Kilowog and Kyle Rayner. I don't have a classic Kyle Rayner, and that's the first time we've got Kilowog. So this should be a popular one. Damien's just talking about Helidope toys there. They do pretty good international shipping. That is true. I think you were saying earlier about the whole shebang, maybe on some of the imports. Again, they are quite helpful on those. So that is Toddy Mac losing the plot. Now, let's see. Now, Matthew, your opinion on Todd's figures, your opinion on his NFTs, and would you like to see NFTs in the Lego world?
No, definitely not. And no. It's a weird thing, isn't it? Because it's kind of that NFT thing sort of been and gone. But at the same time, I suppose you are getting something for free. That's what you got to think. You're not paying any extra for it. I think it would have been much more for a debate of he's added £5 on for something that people might not want. Whereas if you're getting it for the same price, I don't think it really matters at all. As long as he's not going to put the toy figure up. And obviously, if he is thinking for other people that don't have the space, I don't know how it would work still, unless it suddenly turns into like a hologram or something weird and wonderful like that. But
he's lost the plot
like
on these. I think he will get the point at some point that this is just stupid.
No, but what I find quite interesting is that out of all of the toy manufacturers and releases and everything else that's been coming out, it's all about this man at the moment. It's good or bad. You guys and girls are talking about it so much more than what you were this time last year. He has roped everybody in on a fishing reel, and you're spending money with him again for the 4th time.
Yeah, I'm back with old Todd. He is. Hello to Mike. Mike's making his appearance. NFT. Yeah, he's grifting these NFTs, but at least, as I say, on these, or at least in the UK, he hasn't put the price up. As I say, I was thinking the price would go up, and that would be a bit weird. But yeah, Mike's doing all the Japanese quotes. Yeah, 5 minutes too late, Mike. I've quoted Todd's stupid space making things, so we will see. But if he does start putting the price up, then yeah, this is a bit of a weird one. But that is old Todd. The chat is blowing up. Everybody in chat, they're chatting away there nicely. Cheeky Monkey is in and out. Now, that's it for toy news. We're going to go on to our movie news. Now, Cheeky Monkey probably wants to go to bed, she said, so I will give her that opportunity to say goodbye to you if you'd like to go and get yourself ready.
Yeah, okay, thank you. Bye everyone, take care, have a good weekend.
Sleep well.
That was Cheeky Monkey. She's off. She's going to abandon me and Matt now as we go in to our movie topic.
After the last time, it didn't go well.
Oh, yeah. So here we are. Yes. Hopefully nobody will falling through any tables. Mike said goodbye. Cheeky Monkey is off. And right, we have. So there is a poll in the chat relating to this topic then. So we've had 19 votes so far. Deadpool 3 is leading the poll. Then we're tied for Fantastic Four and the X-Men. And then probably Jamie has voted for Wicked, because I have put that in there, of course, for him. So Marvel, literally, it's a big week for Marvel, wasn't it? So the start of the week, the Super Bowl, it was a draw, I think. And then it went to overtime. I didn't stay awake. You any good at Super Bowl?
No, I don't. To be honest, the only thing I know of the Super Bowl is the Deadpool trailer. That's all everybody spoke about. It was literally all over line. I even got notifications through on social media and YouTube, but not a single thing about the Super Bowl itself. So I couldn't tell you anything about the score, just this trailer.
Fantastic. I think Kansas won in overtime. There might have been some controversy, but I'm not quite sure what it was.
Yeah,
maybe they had VAR.
I did actually read that some of the players didn't know the rules when it went into overtime, something stupid like that. Okay. So
that might be why then. So let's go. We'll stick a logo up there just as why we talk then. So during the Super Bowl, this has now had, I think, a world record, something like 365 million views across all social media in the first 24 hours. So it's fair to say it has blown up. So we have a title. It's not Deadpool 3. It's Deadpool and Wolverine. There were rumors it was going to be called Deadpool and Friends, but apparently that leaked, so they changed it. We don't know if that's true or not, but I think getting the name Wolverine in the title will get more butts in seats. So I think that is a good marketing decision to put Wolverine's name, in the title there. So I have been known. If you don't know, I will declare this now. I am a Deadpool hater. So I have never been a fan of our boy Deadpool. Matthew even once. Matthew bought me a Deadpool Mezco just to wind me up. That's the dedication he showed to the bit there. So I have always been. Mike's already screaming at me. So I'll explain. I will explain. So I've broken his heart. I've broken his heart. The heartbreak is in the screenshot as well. There we've used. So yes, for me, there was far too much a few years ago. Far too much Deadpool saturation. We had wave after wave, character after character of Deadpool variant in Marvel Legends. Every Deadpool comic was going on. We had all the Deadpool films, the hype. It was just driving me nuts. And I quite liked the first Deadpool film. I do like the first Deadpool film. Not a massive fan of the second one. But at the time, Deadpool was just really annoying me. But I've calmed down over the years. I've calmed down. And now Deadpool's been out of the public eye for a good few years now. I've calmed down on it. And I do like Ryan Reynolds. And this trailer is fantastic. So this, I think, is the movie the MCU has been waiting for. We've kind of been in the doldrums of Phase 4 the last few years. Guardians of the Galaxy 3, I like that. Phase 4 itself, it's okay. It's okay. I don't hate it as much as I think a lot of people hate it out there, but it's not been the most exciting thing to watch, to be honest. I've been more into my Star Wars of the recent content. But I think this is the kick in the arse, the shot in the dark the MCU needs. And what did it take to save the MCU, ladies and gentlemen? Begging. That's what it took to save the MCU. A little bit of begging. So this trailer is fantastic. There's so many Easter eggs in it, to Secret Wars, to the 20th Century Fox logo. I think we're going to get all sorts of cameo galore. From the looks of it, I would say the plot obviously is a TVA from Loki in there. They're going to drag Deadpool into the void. So we've seen Goliath in the trailer, the purple smoke monster from Loki. So surely he's going to gobble up all of the Fantastic Four from Fox, the X-Men characters from Fox. They're all going to get eaten in this sort of void. Maybe the void will become Battle World from Secret Wars. I don't know, but that's going to happen. And then Deadpool is going to walk himself straight into the MCU main and into the Avengers Secret Wars film in a few years. So, yeah, Mike's going to be, I bet it's Deadpool kills the Marvel Universe. It's almost the reverse, though, isn't it? It's Deadpool saves the Marvel Universe almost in this, is what they're doing. So, yeah, I'm actually quite excited for this one. Clearly, they're going for their 15 releases, we'd say, in the UK, and I think you would say, in America. Doesn't look like they've censored it at all, which was great, really, to see. So I'm excited, but we will now go to Matthew, who actually likes Deadpool and will probably be very excited.
Throbbing over this one, to put it politely. So with regards to, I've got some stats for you, Jane, with regards to how stats. I know. I'm prepared for this one. Now, with regards to Phase 4, I think everybody's got the same issue. It's just too much individual bits and pieces. Nothing really links. That's kind of what we like with Marvel. It all needs to links. People will like the individual bits and pieces, but you know what we're like? We like to have the Easter eggs going from film to film to film, and there hasn't really been that at the moment. I think Deadpool, the original Deadpool, was absolutely sensational. Deadpool 2 was a little bit of a letdown for me. Obviously, I think it was for a few people, but I don't know. I think it's just because it was so different. But how important this film is going to be for the next bit moving forward is shown in the trailer numbers, because you said it was 365 million in 24 hours. What do you think was the second highest?
I'm assuming it was Spider-Man No Way Home, probably at 200 or something like that.
So in 24 hours, I've got 5 things written down. Take it with a pinch of salt, because this is obviously from social media. So from worst to highest, we have got Avengers Infinity at 230 million. Endgame was 268. Another teaser trailer was at 289 for Endgame. No Way Home was 355, and Deadpool is at 365 million. Now we know how much money Spider-Man made. It was
$1 billion
very,
film.
very high grossing. So I hope this really does live up to the hype. Because if this is not very good, then it's not going to bode well for the Fantastic Four. I cannot wait for this film to come out, because it looks outstanding. And you mentioned the TVA. Now, I reckon at the end, the only thing that did happen at the end of Deadpool 2 was he messed with the timelines, didn't he? He went off and corrected all the bad mistakes. So do they go knocking on his door because they've been looking for him? Because that's where it all starts from, and it all links through. And that's how the TVA are involved.
Yes, I would think that's exactly what they're doing.
Perfect sense.
He's now become a variant because he's messed with the timeline. So I'd assume that is where we're going to...
And he did. He went back with his little doodah thing. So that's the only thing that Cable gave him. And he's got the option. And don't forget, he's got the option himself to jump between time zones anyway, let alone with the help of the TVA. So they've got so many different options that they can do in this film. But I just really hope, for the sake of the MCU and the sake of everything else, I hope it was... Yeah. I just really, really hope it's a good film. It needs to be. It needs to be the kickstart. It needs to be the firework.
He calls himself Marvel Jesus in a trailer. I think that is done deliberately because they know I think they can be admitting themselves that it hasn't quite gone to plan in phase 4.
Yeah.
Far too much content, but not quite enough quality. They know that they're going to take the Mickey out themselves, literally, in this one, I think, and which is actually where Deadpool will be helpful. That character that breaks the fourth wall and just takes the mick out of everything will be the exact character to do here. And the fact it's the only real MCU film we're getting this year, I think we need this to be a big one. I see Mike's talking about Madam Web in the chat. We haven't watched it yet. We've seen the reviews. I've seen a few of our friends that have gone and seen it. I've been told, in the best of faith, the best review I've seen so far from some of our friends is it's better than Morbius. But that is I think that is the bar we are looking at. It is better than Morbius. So our friends at Madam Web could be struggling in that one, but
yeah, I've heard that's not fantastic. I think I might have done a bit of a tongue slip because the Spider-Man was No Way Home, not Far From Home was the second highest.
Okay, yes.
So if I said Far From Home instead of No Way Home, I do apologise. But yeah, 355 million for the latest Spider-Man film, which we saw together at the cinema, didn't we?
We did. I think the last time you've been to the cinema, so I'm thinking this will be the next time you've actually been to the cinema, when we. Yes, we did go and see Batman, didn't we? Batman 89.
We did.
So you're on a good cinema streak here. So Spider-Man No Way Home, Batman 89, and now I'm assuming you could be a day one IMAXer and joining us on the 26th
which I've never done before.
Which you've never been in the IMAX. As we try and get in there, I will use my vouchers to get some of those free tickets. You just got to pay the IMAX surcharge. So I'm sure that's going to be a hard ticket to get, though. I think opening night is this one.
It'll be very, very difficult to get. It'll be very difficult. So, things again, what I think everybody probably hopefully agrees with regards to how they do the marketing for any of the Deadpool films. It's just so over the top and stupid, and it's just exactly what we want. It's just something silly, especially the first one, because he advertised it as a love story for Valentine's Day, and then obviously what happens in the film happens in the film, which is all good fun. And apparently, I did see another Easter egg with the birthday cake in the trailer. You know, with the when he blows the candle out, and they would sing him "Happy Birthday." Apparently, the date of the trailer links to his date of his first appearance in one of the comics. So there's a bit of an Easter egg reference to that as well, supposedly, which is something, again, read it on social media. So take it with a pinch of salt. If you know, you know. I haven't got a clue. So.
There's a lot of Easter eggs in there, isn't there? Go to New Rock Stars. They've got like 10 million views on their video. They do some fantastic breakdowns over there of what you will see in that. But that was only the first bit of news we had. That was only the first bit. Because wait 2 days, and then the Fantastic Four literally comes like an RKO out of nowhere. I did not expect this at all to be happening at this time. I know I'd seen rumors that maybe Deadpool would have dropped the cast names in the trailer as a bit of a joke, but that may have happened because literally 2 days later we are getting this. So I have done a separate video on my full initial thoughts on that. So please do go check that one out. YouTube isn't sharing it at all, so clearly it doesn't like me talking about films, but we'll give it a bit of a go now. So let us know what you think in the chat on the casting. So I was pretty excited by the casting. So what do we have here then? We got Pedro Pascal, of course, the Mandalorian. Also from The Last of Us, the name of the TV program I could not remember when I was doing my live reaction. Pedro Pascal is Reed Richards. Vanessa Kirby is Sue Storm. Joseph Quinn is Johnny. And then what's his name? Ebon Moss Bacharach, I think my pronunciation is pretty bad there, is Ben Grimm. He is the Thing. So he was Micro, of course, in The Punisher. And he's been in The Bear, again, the other thing I couldn't remember. See, I've learnt now, The Bear, not The Chef, which I do have to go and watch because I'm getting all sorts of recommendations to go and watch The Bear on Disney+. And it has a 99% Rotten Tomato score as well. So looks like The Bear is pretty good. So I will be and Mike's literally right now there saying The Bear is great. So I will go and watch that on Disney+. I know Cheeky Monkey wants to watch that as well as one of our next Disney+ series. So he's fantastic in there. He was also in Andor. He was good in Andor. So good casting, I think, as the Thing. Joseph Quinn, I am very excited to be Johnny Storm. I think he'll be a fantastic Johnny Storm. Nice bit of a blonde wig on him. He'll look lovely. So I think he was very good as Eddie in Stranger Things. I think the standout of season 4 of Stranger Things, and what a very good series that was. Vanessa Kirby is the only person I've not seen in anything. She is in The Crown, and she, of course, is from the modern Mission Impossible films, but I've been told she is good.
Yeah.
And yeah,
Very
so
good.
I'm Pedro Pascal. I know people don't particularly like. It's a bit mixed on Pedro Pascal as the Mandalorian. Is he everybody's first choice? No. Would he have been my choice? First choice? Probably not. Do I think he'll do a good job? Yes, I do. He was great in Game of Thrones, in The Last of Us, and of course, The Mandalorian is a modern Star Wars classic. So he's already under Disney contract, so I think he was a safe name for them to get. It's probably why they've gone for him. We could do with it. The fact he's a little bit older. I've seen people complain about, but I think that's a good thing, because we could do with a slightly older Reed Richards. You go back to the original Fantastic Four, Reed was always a bit older than Sue, and he's supposed to be the smartest person in the Marvel Universe. This man is smarter than Tony Stark. So you've got to have a sort of stoic kind of actor. I think he's got the right look for Reed as well. So for me, yeah, very happy with the casting. But the biggest clues I've taken from this, of course, is the Life magazine that's being read there from the thing. It's clearly from 1963, after the assassination of JFK, which hopefully does confirm at least the start of this film is set in the 1960s. So we are going to get a proper period piece. We've got Herbie the robot in there, who debuted in the animated series back in the 70s when they couldn't show the Human Torch set himself on fire. So Herbie the robot came in. So I think it'd be nice to see Herbie on the big screen. The outfits do look very sort of 60s puffy to me, sort of puffy little outfits on, a take on classic space suits. So whether they're in an alternate dimension, I don't know. Are they in the current MCU and then they get taken off to space, maybe to the negative zone, and get stuck there for the entire time and then come out a bit like Captain America, a team stuck in time? That's potentially what I think they will do. Rumors are Galactus is the villain. So if Galactus is the villain, I'm going to lose it. I'm going to absolutely lose it if I see Galactus on the big screen looking like Galactus and not like a cloud that he was shown in the Rise of the Silver Surfer film, because that was just ridiculous. So if we do see Galactus, fantastic. Of course, Doctor Doom, my favorite my favorite Marvel character of all time. So we've got to get a little bit of Victor, maybe not full Doctor Doom yet. Just very excited about this, and the fact that it's set in the 60s, pretty excited. Like the logo, and the main thing is coming out next year. We don't have to wait 2 years. Me and Matt were speculating the other night when we were just watching the Marvels on Disney Plus, giving him his first experience of the Marvels, of how long we had to wait for actually anything that hopefully could be pretty good. And we were thinking 2026 with all the delays for this, but no, next summer. So Deadpool this July, Fantastic Four next July. So 2 big summer blockbusters. So Marvel, to me, I think they're getting back on track. Well, we hope they are. This is potential. This is the first bit of excitement we've had in a while from Marvel. I will shut up and let Matthew talk.
No, I think you're right. I think it's it's weird, isn't it? There just seems to be that buzz and energy about it. You haven't spoken about this in conversation for years, which is as painful as it sounds. Oh, there's a new film coming out. It was all right. There was a new film coming out. Oh, it was, they're not bad, but it was all right. But now it's like you've got this amazing trailer from Deadpool. Now you've got this amazing news from the Fantastic Four as well, which has obviously just come out of nowhere. They're obviously clearly setting up this phase very, very well and very, very quickly. Now, with regards to the actress that's playing Sue Storm, I know her from the Hobbs and Shaw. She is very, very good in Hobbs and Shaw, like very, very good. I think she actually outdoes the other 2 actors in there, which probably isn't the hardest thing to do. So hopefully she will come across really, really well. But it is a bit of an interesting point with regards to, I think, reading and speaking to other people, not I speak to many people, but speaking to people, they're almost like a 50-50. They like 2 of them, but they're unsure about 2. I think everybody's got their own favorites and not so much, but I don't think everybody can agree on a perfect 4 to play. But with regards to obviously the chap that played the Mandalorian, Pedro, yes,
Pedro Pascal.
Pedro. He's not been anything bad, I don't think. It's in one of those that no matter what he's in, it's always good, but he might not be people's choice to play this part. But at the same time, he's obviously very, very good. And then the other 2 are fantastic actors as well. But it will be very interesting to see, because obviously they've taken so long. And I think what a lot of people were getting a little bit frustrated about was how long it took for them to announce team, like the actors that are playing it and actresses. So there's no way that if they're going to go back in time, it's not going to be the same team as the present when they come into the present. Although, because they're not going to go through this whole nonsense again, because it's just taking so long. So with regards to a freeze somewhere and where they've been for that amount of time, it would just be very, very interesting how they are going to go all the way back to 1960 and then get them up to present day while still being the same age. Because obviously, if they're doing like the whole cap kind of thing, that'll work quite well. But I just don't want them to be. I don't want this team, because they could be horrible and it could be a one and done. They could have all 4 people play it and be like, "Oh, this is just a timeline variant because this is what we're doing." Oh, actually, boff. And now it's something you got 4 completely different people playing the roles, which I can't see happening.
No, they want some viewers, don't they? They want us to be back on track. So if they do that, that would not be a smart decision. So I'm going to lock in. I'm going to lock in a theory now, and you can go back to this in a year's time and see if I was right. So my theory, of course, Fantastic Four's original origin story is they are astronauts and they get hit by those cosmic rays. So I think they are just going to be that. They are going to be astronauts in the 1960s. They're not going to be a superhero team. They're just going to be astronauts. They're going to go into space, and they're going to end up somehow sucked off into that doesn't sound right, into the negative zone with maybe a nihilist or something like that. They're going to be in their negative zone and they're lost in space and time. So that's why we haven't heard of them yet, because they never actually became a superhero team in our MCU. They were just a team of astronauts, and they happened to be astronauts that in 1964 went to space and never returned. So they're just like a lost team. That's why they've never been mentioned. They never were a superhero team.
Yeah.
And then they will become a superhero team within this negative zone or whatever they end up going to. That would be, of course, negative zone in the comics would be Fantastic Four. That would make sense. And then somehow they come out in the modern era, just like Cap did. And then they come out in more, potentially, then they get given their modern suits. So these could just be a play on the space suits. And they were never actually superheroes. They were just a Fantastic Four. Because, of course, what other 4 did we have in the 60s? We had the Fab Four, we had the Beatles. So is that kind of where they're going to be a play on the name? We've got the Fab Four play and the Fantastic Four, just 4 famous astronauts go into space, get stuck, and then they become actual superheroes when they get back in the modern era. And that's going to be my theory. And that explains why nobody's really spoken about them, because you wouldn't need to just talk about some astronauts. So that's my theory.
Very true. It needs to be something super, super simple. And it can, because what I don't want it to do, and I've got a massive pet hate on this, is that for me, a phase is from the original film to Endgame. And that's just a nice block of films that you can watch. Don't start changing stuff and retconning stuff that's happened in that thing. Oh, actually, we forgot about we forgot about this team, but they were here in July and August, and we forgot about this and that. Just keep them out, bring them in present day, in 2025. Everything that's happened. They don't have to change anything. And then moving forward, with regards to like Secret Wars and all that kind of thing, it just makes perfect sense. It just keeps it nice and simple and easy enough to watch that way.
Yeah, we will see, but hopefully it is something nice and simple. And potentially just going back to Deadpool briefly, I'm almost thinking again the mutant explainer. There's theories that in that snow forest, could he be in the forest from Avengers: Age of Ultron? And of course, that is where we originally saw Wanda and Pietro. We saw Quicksilver and the Scarlet Witch, but they weren't announced as mutants. Is he going back, and they will actually now be mutants? Is there going to be some sort of variation there? And he's actually going to go, no, they weren't just special; they were actually mutants. And there's something along those lines, I think, is then going to get the fact that we do have mutants. We just never called them that. I don't know. Something along those lines. Something will happen, and hopefully it will all fit in nicely. We hope. And then
or it's easy as, like you said, they've either been in space or frozen, because that's what they did with the other Winter Soldiers, didn't they? They just froze all the others in that big chamber.
Yeah. There's a lot of freezing in the MCU. They do like their freezing.
They do.
And then yesterday, her third, they just went for a triple header. They just couldn't stop themselves. X-Men 97 has a date. I think it's the 20th of March. It's coming out. I think it's about 9 episodes or so, with one of them being a 3-parter. But X-Men 97 is here then. So the continuation of the classic 1992 animated series. along with Spider-Man, the animated series, Saturday mornings live and kicking. Matthew was out playing football in the 90s, but I was sat watching the telly, watching live and kicking, and watching X-Men, the animated series, and Spider-Man, the animated series. So, yeah, these are the reason that I got into Marvel in the first place, and they're coming back. And I was worried that they're going to ruin my classic show. But I've seen the trailer. I don't think they will. The only thing I'm not a massive fan of so far is the animation style. They've gone for kind of a mix of a HD and a kind of retro animation. And some of the character designs, like Rogue, doesn't quite look as she did originally. So I don't know, the animation hasn't quite got me, but the storyline, which is the heartbeat really of the original series, so the fact we had those continuing, the first cartoon really with week to week continuing storylines, of course, previously on X-Men, comes, of course, from this show. And we have those episodic series and those storylines that interlink together. It was the MCU before we had the MCU effectively within this animated series. If you haven't seen it, it's on Disney Plus. Go back and watch it. It is utterly fantastic, and it still holds up to this day. And as Mike has just said there, yes, where has Rogue's bottom gone? The design, she's not quite as ample in the posterior as she once was. She's gone on a bit of a diet, it seems, in 1997. So the animation doesn't quite get me yet. Getting the original voice actors does get me, though. Of course, Cal Dodd's voice is Wolverine, a bit gruffer now, as we are over 30 years later, but he is there. They've got the cast that are alive, reprising most of their roles within the series. But the storyline in the trailer, it did look good. You had Gambit riding Wolverine and using his powers. That was a pretty cool scene. The return of the Sentinels. We had that massive Sentinel arm in there. The potential fake funeral, I would say, of Charles Xavier. The post-credit scene with Magneto reading the will of Charles, now being left in charge of the school, hence the different outfit. See, I don't think Magneto is a villain. I think that's just a tease, and he is now going to be, for now at least, the leader of the X-Men. You have that newspaper, the Daily Bugle. If you pause it, you will see references to the Hellfire Club on there, and you will see what Mike has said there. Eddie Brock and Peter Parker written about in that Daily Bugle. Little bit confused though there, Mike, because Eddie would have been fired by 1997 if the animated series lined up. So why is he doing some articles for the Bugle? I don't know. I guess he got rehired eventually by J. Jonah. We can see the Morlocks, I think, in the background in one of the scenes. It does look fun, and I think from some of the story names, I think they will do it justice, I think. So I'm positive on this one, and I think we will have a good animated series. And if it is good, they will continue it, and hopefully they'll bring back Spider-Man, the animated series, because they did have a new logo. So not a Marvel Studios logo, a brand new logo, a brand new studio, Marvel Animation. So probably lots to spin off from this. Yeah, I'm just quite excited. Now, Matthew has only ever seen, as far as I know, the first 2 episodes of the original animated series. We've seen The Night of the Sentinels, but hasn't watched it all yet. So he needs to get a bit of a binge on. There, so I'm sure they'll explain what's going on. Actually, if you literally just watch the last episode of Series 5, that's probably all you need to know. But the series is so good, you need to watch it.
Yeah, you've been saying that for a good while now. But I mean, I'm pretty sure by the trailer, it kind of lets you know what happens because it says previously, doesn't it, with regards to what happens. So I'm assuming there's a big death at some point on the as a finale, and I don't really need to watch too much. But it's,
Charles gets
one of those,
well, yeah, he doesn't die technically. He's just not very well, and he has to his consciousness gets taken off to space with the lander and the Shi'ar, but. I think they're teasing he's dead. He's just in some sort of coma, I think, is what they're doing. But yeah,
fair enough.
Charles is off. He gets written off basically in the last episode.
Yeah. So that's how it feels. Because that's how this trailer starts, isn't it? But what obviously with regards to Disney and getting content, the fact that they've got their own Marvel Animation Studios now, as in obviously we knew it was there with the What If series, but if they can now start pumping good content out again, because obviously I'm not attached to this kind of thing. I got introduced to the MCU through I guess technically the original Hulk and the original Iron Man, which is what got my attention because I was always a DC fan. So I sort of almost grew up watching the DC films So I never have the back catalogue to any of the animation stuff. So obviously what me and Jay will tend to do is we'll be watching bits and pieces, and something will annoy Jay because it happened differently in an animation thing, and I have absolutely no idea what he's talking about. But then something happens with regards to the original films, because that's what I got into watching this for. It's a pet hate and a bugbear of mine when they start changing stuff. But moving forwards, do you think that this is going to be not an issue, but do you think you're going to have to watch this to understand films again coming forward like they've done with Marvel stuff? Or do you think they're going to keep it standalone and separate?
I think the logo is what tells us the answer to that. I think the fact it does not say Marvel Studios, it says Marvel Animation, I think they will keep it separate and almost have an animated universe. Of course, in the movies, you can just explain this as a different part of the multiverse or just in a slightly different timeline.
Yeah,
so they can do that. I think that is what they would do. Because there's supposed to be a Spider-Man show coming. I think there's even a rumored Wakanda show in the animated world coming up as well. So I think they'll have their own animated universe rather than actually incorporating this into the main MCU.
Yeah, because I suppose what they can always do is, because obviously if they're doing their own animation series like they've done with the comics, they could just explode one of these episodes or two of these episodes into a big film in many, many years down the line if it was good enough to.
Yeah, we will see on that. So pretty much we're all quite excited. So let's end the poll and let's see what the poll has to say about this. So Deadpool 3 has won the poll then with 65% of the vote. Or 64% when they've entered it. We got Fantastic Four at 15%, X-Men at 15%, and Jamie down there for Wicked. So we have 20 votes and 64% say Deadpool is what has the most excited then for the year to come from Marvel. So it's nice to actually get some content. Now, I'm just looking at the time. We've been on for an hour and 40 minutes, 20 to 11 at night. So I might change the title of this video because I was going to get into my pre-order list. Because I thought, we haven't got that much to talk about tonight. But clearly, we had a lot to talk about. Because if I get to my pre-order list, that's going to take out at least an hour and a half to go through. So I will probably change the title of this video on the replay. And we will do a completely separate This Week in Toys, going through the pre-orders I'm excited for 2024. And spoiler, there's a lot of them. So we probably won't do that one this evening. Because we've got plenty. I think we'll just change this to a more MCU and toy news video. But I think we will probably end it there. But before we get out of here, I've got a very special segment prepared for Matthew here. A very special one indeed.
Now, have you now?
We're going to end on this. We're going to end on this. So for those of you that have seen Matthew's video last night, or those of you that haven't, well, you're about to go
nobody
to
has,
we're going to end.
Nothing's been pushed.
Yeah, YouTube is not pushing this week. I tell the algorithm hates us all this week. So, Snow White and I actually like this set. So, Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs Disney set has just been dropped. Looks fantastic. The classic thatch cottage from the very first Disney animated feature film. I do believe 1934. I think it was. So you get Snow White. You get. Well, this is the problem. You see now, Matthew wasn't quite sure what you got with this one. Now we've got a lineup here of the minifigures. So if I can make this full screen, there we are. Can I do a bit of zoom? Oh, I can do zooming as well. Look at this.
There you go.
Look at this. We're gonna get this. We're gonna get this up. So in the chat for our final little game of this evening, name the seven dwarfs. Name the seven dwarfs is the game for the chat. Now Matthew tried the seven dwarfs and he got 1 out of 7.
I got 1
out of 7. You can tell he was a massive fan of this film. To this day, I'm going to bet now he has never watched Snow White.
No, I did say in my video that I uploaded yesterday that I'd never seen this film. I had no idea what I was talking about. And bearing in mind, I got Snow White mixed up with Cinderella because I started talking about his shoe. I was like, oh no, that's the wrong film. So I have no idea what is on screen. The only interesting thing is, all jokes aside, is that Snow White's dress, it is the same print of yellow on the torso to the actual legs, whereas the one that comes with the Disney castle, it's a completely different shade. So they have done something different, but apart from that, all the patterns and everything are exactly the same. So you can either spend, if you wanted that character specifically, you can either spend £350 in the big Disney castle, or probably get a better figure with this set for this. But I could not tell you any. I think I must have got Grumpy. Did I say there was Grumpy somewhere?
You got Grumpy right. You got Grumpy right. So we'll start then. So we'll start from left to right here. So we have, as Matthew described it,
the evil one.
I said the lady with the tooth. Lady with the tooth.
That's it. I said the evil one with the tooth, and then I said it's something to do with an apple. That's all I could get.
Right.
It's in the description. I just never read the description.
She is the evil queen. She is the queen in disguise. Disguised as the old hag. So that is the queen, but you don't get the queen in this set. So I'm assuming the queen came in those Lego CMF minifigures, the evil queen.
No, I reckon the queen will be in a set that is still available in that, because there's a set with a big apple in a book with villains.
Yeah, she's in that. That's where I've seen her. I've never seen her. She's in there. Yeah, she's in there. That's where I've seen her. So, right, we go start off then next at the green one. Now, you called the green one Happy. You saw his little expression and you thought he was happy. You just had his smiley face. So I said, is it Happy? No, he's not happy, mate. He's that happy. He's dopey. Yeah, so.
Really? Oh, he's stoned. Oh, right. Okay.
Yeah, that is beautiful. That is dopey. That is dopey.
Fantastic.
Right. Now, next to him, the man is literally sneezing. So that is Sneezy.
Is he?
Look, the chat's blown up here. The chat is blown up. They've got all the names going on.
Everybody's trying to name them. I was like, I haven't got a clue.
See? We've got more interaction going on here than you've in video. With
yes, indeed, absolutely.
We got the Snow White fans are out. I actually do like this set, to be honest. The Snow White fans are out tonight. So who's next in the picture then? So we got Sneezy. Now the next one is Yawning. So if you can't get that, you're probably in a bit of trouble.
Oh yeah, I was dribbling on that one.
That's Sleepy. So we've got Dopey, we've got
Sleepy.
Bashful.
We've got a Sleepy.
Yeah, Sleepy.
How many are we in now? 4 in.
We're 4 in. Yeah, he's sleeping. So we got Sleepy there, sleeping. The one before him is Bashful. The one with the little red cheeks is Bashful. So we got Dopey, we got Sneezy, we got Bashful, and we got Sleepy. So then the next one with the blue trousers. Process of elimination. Can you get any closer with the blue trousers? There is a. He cannot.
I did like the blue, but that's all. That's all I could say.
He is the aforementioned Happy.
Really? Oh, is that the one I got right?
You didn't get to know. Happy has the blue trousers. You told me Happy was the one in green.
What did I say instead of Happy?
I don't know, but he didn't say Happy. There is a. Then you've got the next one right in the red with the big beard and the grumpy face. That is Grumpy, of course. You got that one. And then you didn't know. Then this is the best thing. You didn't know why there's a load of stones there. All the coloured gems.
No, I haven't got a clue. No idea what that's all about. So if somebody robbed somebody, it's like, what is this? Why is there gems?
I don't know what's going on here, but this is the most comments we've had in the chat all night.
Jay, can you do us a favour? Can you zoom in on that photo for me? I need to check on some articulation, please.
You'd like to see some articulation? You can. I can confirm the dwarves do not have articulated legs, if that's what you were looking at.
Do they or don't they? Because some of them do.
They do not.
The short legs now bend.
I would say.
The kid.
Oh, do they?
Yeah, they do bend now.
I do not see any articulation cuts at all on those. They look like solid pieces to me. They look like solid. We have an articulation check. And Jamie has the answer. Yeah. Why there are a load of gems? Because they're bloody miners, son. They've been mining for gems in the mine.
Jamie, thank you.
Hi ho, son. It's home from work we go, and I can't whistle, so I can't do the rest. But there, if I could whistle, you'd have a full rendition of hi ho there. And then the last one, then with the glasses on, is Doc.
Who?
Doc. D-O-C. Doc. Yeah.
Oh, I thought you'd make it. I'm sure you're making that up.
That is Doc. So that is our full set of dwarves, and then you've got Snow White herself and the Prince. It's not Prince Charming; it's just called the Prince, I think, in Snow White. I don't think he has a title, but you were right. He does have to give her a little kiss to wake her up. So a spoiler for a 100-year-old film: she eats the apple of the evil queen, knocks her out. She ends up in a casket. She's literally in a glass casket and everything. It's quite morbid, to be fair. And the glass casket is in the set, I think. If I zoom back,
it is. Yeah, the casket looks fantastic. In all fairness. That
Yeah, so
casket looks
literally,
really, really good.
look at this. Look at this. Have they done this in the set? We've literally got a casket there, and she's dead. He gives her a little peck, and that wakes her up. So that is Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs in Lego form.
And I got one. And I got at least I got Snow White after thinking she was Cinderella. So I kind of got two.
Jamie's just been back from Disneyland. Jay is right. Doc is the leader of the Seven Dwarfs. So that's why he's at the front of the line. So now I think to remember this classic moment and the chat blowing up here, I think you're going to have to buy this set, and it needs to go in your outdoor area, or potentially buy the Disney Castle in a little Disneyland section of your Lego city.
Yeah, well, we can easily add it in front of the roller coaster. That it would work well, actually. It worked quite nicely with the Winnie the Pooh house that I've got. That it looked quite smart all around that, with all like the forest area and all that kind of thing.
No, Jamie's kidding us with the serious facts here. To be fair, the fairy tale itself is worse, as the print knocks the casket on the floor and dislodges the apple from her throat.
Disgusting.
So Disney obviously toned it down. So we've got Deadpool pegging and we've got apples in the throat. So I don't know what's happening on this live stream, but it's getting off the rails. So, ladies and gentlemen, I think we're going to end it there. That classic moment. Matthew has been absolutely schooled by the chat on Seven Dwarfs. So we need a redo on your next live stream of that segment, and this time no mistakes, because the chat will be coming after you, Sam. Why don't you give yourself a little plug on that note of where everybody can find you and what you got coming up soon?
You're going to find me making all the mistakes over on the Brick Life Travels channel, where I end up falling through tables, smashing about 20,000 pieces worth of sets, and traveling all over the world to different theme parks and Lego parks. Head over to my YouTube channel, and if you want to come and say hi, Instagram's always available as well.
There you are. So you can find him at Brick Life Travels. It's been on the screen the whole time, as you would say. And if you want any more content from myself, let me just show you the page then. Anybody, go and watch this one from yesterday. We got a full Mayfex tour. It's Alexi's birthday, so we got a full tour of the Mayfex collection. And Alex even makes a little cameo in the video himself there, in graphical form, of course. So go and try and get that one over 100 views for us. The algorithm hates us, but I'm sure the chat does love us. So go and check out the full Mayfex collection tour. We've got last time on This Week in Toys 2 weeks ago. There's Tac having the time of his life. Don't know what Matthew's doing there. Look at the speed. He's
having a fit by the looks of it.
What's going on there? So go and check out last
I'm falling. I'm falling through.
We need just one view for 100 on the Fantastic Four. And if you want to see my Simpsons pickup, my goodness, I've got a lot of Simpsons pickups over the last 2 weeks. The full World of Springfield collection tour is on the channel, and my goodness, there is a lot of Simpsons to check out. So do go and check those out. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please do, because we are just 10 subscribers away from hitting 1.5k. So we're nearly at 1.5k. So we're trying to get to 2k here in 2024. So do go and help me out if you could. If you've not subscribed and you're this far into the replay, or you're with us in the live chat, please do hit that subscribe button and stick around for more goodness. And the next time you will see me is Tuesday then. So as soon as the Hasbro Marvel Legends team finish on Tuesday with their live stream, I will be going live, because my office is literally just there. I move the seat 2 yards and I'm in the seat ready for live figure reaction. So I'll see you probably about 4:30 or so. Depends how long Ryan, Dwight and Dan talk for on Tuesday. So I'll see you then, ladies and gentlemen. So this has been This Week in Toys. Cheeky Monkeys in Bed. Matt sat there. I'm going to give you a wave. And, oh, yes, am I joining you Sunday? I must message Dan who. You'll probably see me on Legends and Liquor this Sunday if I actually get round to messaging Dan. So thank you for everybody stuck with us in the chat. You can see Scotty C's there, Jamie's there, Damien's there, Mike's there. Scroll up a bit. Everybody's having a lovely time there. So much talk about the Seven Dwarves. Definitely need to open that up on the replay and have a good read what's going on there. So thank you for watching This Week in Toys. We'll see you in 2 weeks for this one, but I will see you, of course, on Tuesday for more Marvel goodness. And I will now play the little outro video if I can find the right button. See you later.
Take care, everybody. Bye.